Hi and salam sejahtera. Before starting the oral commentary, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Jessica Naneri and I am from AM 1103B. The title of the movie that I will review is Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boy for Life was released in the United States on January 17, 2020. It was directed by Bilal Fallah and Adil El Arbi and written by Chris Bremner, Peter Craig, and Joe Carnahan. It was also produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, Willie Smith, and Doug Belgrade. Bad Boys for Life is a 2020 American action comedy film that is sequel to Bad Boys 2003 and the third installment in the Bad Boys trilogy. In this film, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence repeat their role. The main character in this film are Will Smith as Detective Lieutenant Michael Eugene Mike Lowry and Martin Lawrence as Detective Lieutenant Marcus Miles Burnett. The film's cast also includes Paula Nunes, Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Ludwig, Charles Melton, Kate Del Castillo, Nicky Jam, and Joe Pantoliano. My favorite quote from this film is, "All our life we have been bad boys, not it's time to be good men," by Marcus Burnett. Burnett finally realized it was time for them to grow up. The boys had to become men. In my opinion, it's the natural way of life. When we already have a responsibility, we must deal with it responsibly. Next, overview plot. Isabel Aretas, widow of cartel kingpin Benito Aretas, escaped from a Mexican prison with the aid of her son Armando. Isabel sends Armando to Miami, tasking him with recovering a substantial stash of money her husband Benito had hidden, as well as assassinating the people responsible for his arrest and eventual death in prison. Isabel demands that Armando kill Miami detective Mike Lowry last. So in Miami, Mike accompanies his partner Marcus Burnett to the birth of his first grandson. Desiring to spend more time with his family, the aging Marcus tells Mike he intends to retire. To Mike's chagrin, during a party celebrating Marcus' grandsons, Mike is shot by Armando and left in a coma for 6 months. Justice by Isabel for targeting Mike first, Armando continues to assassinate other targets on his list during Mike's convalescence. Further rising action, following Mike's recovery, he is determined to seek revenge and unsuccessfully attempts to recruit the now retired Marcus, causing a fallout between them. Mike violently obtains the identity of arms dealer Booker Gracie from an informant. Realizing that Mike will not heed orders to stay away from the investigation, Captain Howard reluctantly allows him to work with the tech-driven team in charge, the Advanced Miami Metro Operation (EMO), led by Mike's ex-girlfriend Rita Cizeda. While the team surveils Gracie at an arms deal, Mike determines that the buyer intends to kill Gracie and intervenes, but fails to save him. Later, Marcus is called by Carver Rainey, an old informant who believes the assassin is after him. Marcus contacts Mike and the pair travel to Carver, but are too late to save him. Armando escapes after a fist fight with Mike. For the climax, Captain Howard later reveals his intention to retire as well, offering advice to Mike that he needs to find a path forward in life. He is abruptly assassinated by Armando moments later. The captain's death pulls Marcus out of retirement, but he intends to work as a team with Emo. They track down Gracie's accountant, who leads them to Lorenzo Zuelo Rodriguez. They infiltrate Zuelo's birthday party, leading to a destructive car chase. Armando arrives in a helicopter to rescue Zuelo, but kills him when he blocks Armando's ability to shoot the pursuing Mike. As he lights up a shot, Armando tells Mike, "Hasta el fuego." Gunfire from Marcus creates cover for Mike, who falls into the water below. Emo is shut down because of the failed operation. In private, Mike reveals to Marcus that Armando may be his son. Before partnering with Marcus, Mike worked as an undercover officer in the Aretas cartel where he met Isabel. They fell in love and intend to run away together using "Hasta el fuego" as a made-up secret catchphrase. Mike ultimately remained loyal to the police, realizing how dangerous Isabel had become. Despite Mike's opposition, Marcus and Emo join him in Mexico City to confront her. Following action at the Hidalgo Palace, Mike meets Isabel and scolds her for concealing the truth from him. A shootout quickly ensues between Emo and Isabel's men. Marcus shoots the pilot of Isabel's support helicopter, causing it to crash into the central lobby and starting a fire. Marcus confronts Isabel while Mike tries to explain the truth to Armando. Armando begins to beat up Mike, but he refuses to retaliate. Demanding the truth from his mother, Isabel confirms to Armando that Mike is his father. Realizing the task he spent a lifetime training for was a lie, Armando tries to protect his father, leading to Isabel inadvertently shooting Armando in the chest while aiming for Mike. Enraged, she attempts to finish Mike, but Rita intervenes and shoots Isabel, sending her falling into the flames below. Marcus almost falls into the fire too, but Armando and Mike pull him up. Resolution: sometime later, Rita has been promoted to police captain, while Mike and Marcus are placed in charge of Emo. Mike visits a remorseful Armando in prison, offering him a chance to earn some redemption, which he accepts. So this is the picture of the memorable scene in the Bad Boys for Life film. The memorable scene is when Marcus asks one last time, as will echo saying it one last time. The moral values that I get from this film is a bad leader can become a good leader too. Laurie discovers Armando wasn't random street thug gunning for him. Armando is Laurie's child from his relationship with Isabel Aretas. He never knew this because he had helped put Isabel behind his bar. He had worked an operation where he was deep undercover and had an affair with her. When it came time to arrest her, she went to jail and had Armando behind bars. She never revealed this because of the betrayal she felt from Laurie. Armando had been the one killing people in Bad Boys for Life. He also made dramatic turn when he helped Laurie save the life of Brunette. You may think there's no hope for a bad team member or a bad leader. They have made their choice and they have to suffer the consequence. Be careful about thinking this way. There are many times a bad leader or team member can redeem themselves. They can turn from being the worst leader you have known to an amazing leader. So, we have arrived at the end of this movie review. So, I will give a rating of 7.5 per 10 to this movie. To anyone who is interested in the action-packed comedy films, I recommend you to watch this Bad Boy for Life movie. Thank you.